Hey everybody, so we are here with another video, and this one's going to be on material sourcing, and it's not we, it's just me. Courtney's actually right over there painting radio straps. So material sourcing was something that a lot of folks referenced in the giveaway video for something they'd like us to cover, so that's where we're at. I want to reiterate too, for the material sourcing for the type of work that we do, and we're kind of just gearing this series towards strap related goods. So anything that's strapped. We're probably not going to do much initially on any sort of bags or wallets. There's a lot of great videos out there currently by other crafters or businesses that that cover those facets. We're going to cover more towards our direct realm of strap related goods. Belts, radio straps, suspenders, truck belts, turnout belts, glove straps, chin straps, things that are literally made from straps of leather. So with that, it's also going to dictate the type of leather we use. We're not using chrome tanned leathers. We're not using any sort of soft tempered leathers. The softest tempered leather we're using is a vegetable tanned calf skin or kip skin, and that's from Weaver Leather. It's a calf lining that will glue and sew to the inside of the items, radio straps, belts, whatever. Add some rigidity as well as a softer feel to the inside. So essentially all the leather we work in is vegetable tanned leather. It's either raw natural vegetable tanned leather or it's finished some way, whether it's bridal or latigo. These are the types of leathers that we use. There are other leathers that we've seen used in our line of work. There's some chrome tanned leathers being used, and they're being glued to a vegetable tan leather. So in the case where we discuss the calf lining or the kip skin being glued to the inside of a vegetable tan strap, whether it's bridal, latigo, they're gluing a vegetable tanned liner in and then using the chrome tanned as the outside. They look very nice, performance is different, and edge finishing is very different. Ultimately, we're not going to really cover much of that. We're going to cover more of just the vegetable tan type material. So Weaver Leathercraft is a great resource for essentially everything we're going to discuss. As somebody new in leather crafting, it's really nice to have a resource that has everything you need in one place. When we started, we found Weaver, I would say within 2 to 3 months of doing leathercraft, and it was a stress relief because it wasn't like an overly cheap place with crappy tools. They had everything for everybody, a good range. So they have some really great entry-level tools, and they have some really great high-end tools. The same thing goes for leather. They have some utility leathers, and they have some really beautiful leathers for bags and wallets and things like that. So there are other places. There's tons of other leather companies, leather manufacturers, tool manufacturers, hardware manufacturers, and we have also had great luck with other manufacturers and shops as well. It's truly going to depend on what you're objectively looking for, as well as they don't all carry the same things. So we don't get all of our material from Weaver Leather, but we're also running a business, and we have many items that we offer. So we source material from tons of companies. OA Leather, Rocky Mountain Leather, Thoroughbred Leather, Weaver Leather. Trying to think. We've purchased hardware from most of those companies. Buckle Guy, Ohio Travel Bag. I can't even think of them all, but there's tons of places for these things. So keep that in mind. Are you doing this for fun and you're going to probably just make generic offerings and have a decent range of customization options? Then Weaver's the perfect place for you. They're going to have all the tools you need. If you're looking for more bespoke, more unique pieces, then visit places like Buckle Guy or visit places like Ohio Travel Bag. They're going to have those more specific items to meet your hardware needs. And tools, you know, tools in any other trade, it's the same in Leathercraft. You can get your great entry-level tools where you're spending just a few bucks, and then you can also spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on tools that are nicer quality, or the handles are made with a unique wood. You know, a local craftsman made your awl, whatever it is. That's very common as well, but it's definitely not a necessity. Now we'll cover more into the machinery facet, if you know that's where you're heading or that's where you're at, or it might be irrelevant to you. But we want to be able to cover things for everybody in our customer base or our subscriber base. So machinery, the options, there are a ton of options. I think the biggest thing that we found with machinery is finding somebody that offers, you know, just outstanding customer service. Customer service for us is everything, and that's one of the foundations to our business. So to find a company that manufactures a piece of equipment and then is there anytime, whenever you need them, is pivotal. We've encountered it many times, and it's always been positive because we've always strived to look for that in our purchase. So every piece of equipment is an investment. I mean, it's a huge purchase for us. And when we started, we can tell you every story of every piece of equipment and how long we saved for it, what new item we made as for sales to be able to generate to purchase it, how many overtime shifts I worked at the fire department. Whatever it was, we can tell you that everything here is, all the equipment, we know it's a big investment. So with that, the customer service aspect for us was pivotal. On some pieces of equipment we have, sure, we've probably paid more than company XYZ, but to be able to learn about customer experience and see where a company stands, it's absolutely, that's one of the most important things. So we have equipment from several manufacturers, and we have been absolutely pleased with every piece of equipment we have. I have absolutely nothing negative to say, and this isn't any sort of sponsored video about any piece of equipment we have. When we go into each piece of equipment and do like videos on them, we'll talk about things that it would be nice if it was maybe a little different, or maybe if something was moved in a different spot. But ultimately, what I have found with that is if you reach out to those companies, they probably have heard it before and they have a solution to it. So don't ever be afraid for that post-purchase to reach out and say, hey, you know, whoever it is, this is what's going on, what do you got for me? And maybe they're going to have a solution. So keep that in mind. Other than that, I think that covers the majority for material sourcing. I don't think you're interested in where we get our computer paper at. Oh, one other thing, the laser engraver. So stamps. People have asked us a lot where we get our stamps. So we actually make our stamps in-house with our laser engraver. The material for that is like an acrylic. It's incredible to do. We can make stamps for any images. There are some negatives to it, drawbacks to the acrylic. You can't heat it, so it's only usable in vegetable tan leathers. You can sometimes emboss a chrome tan and it still sticks. It just depends on the leather, but most of the time the oils, it just works itself out. So we're going to do a video on the laser engraver itself because it's really cool. Every time we turn it on, I'm like looking at the laser beam, amazed. But we'll do that and then cover the stamps that we do and that we offer, and maybe some of you will be in need of a stamp at some point, and we'll be able to help you. So that's about it for material sourcing. If anyone has any questions, again, feel free. Leave the comments below. Courtney or myself will definitely get back with you. And if we don't know the answer, we'll try and direct you in the right direction. Enjoy your week. If you're not already subscribed to us, subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See ya.